What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great edition of No Love Philly, the podcast dedicated to artists, activists, musicians, comedians, breweries, basically anybody in, around, or passing through the city of brotherly love that makes this place as awesome as it is. Fuck yeah, man. Today we talked to Joe from Tweed, and we talked about him quitting his job to pursue music full time. We talked about his playing a show, headlining a show in Canada, because that's what Americans do. We talk about his dildo business, because that exists. I mean, what are you going to do after you quit your job? You got to do something, right? Why not sell dildos? Then we talk a lot about SENSORiUM, which is going down August 25th. It is going to be a rad event, man. We're talking about vendors, 23 bands, DJs. I heard monikers playing. You're going to have all kinds of art installations. It's just going to be an event that tickles all of your senses. We're going to be there, and we expect you to be there. If you want to find tickets, I'm pretty sure if you just put SENSORiUM in Google, SENSORiUM Philadelphia, it's going to pull them up. I would get them now while they last. They're planning to pack this place out. That after party for sure, though. That after party is going to sell out. Joe, do you have to have tickets to the regular show to get tickets to the after party show? Okay, so you can also, if it does sell out, you can get, but good luck. I mean, I believe if the event sells out itself, you're not going to be able to find a ticket to the after party. But the after party is going down, and it's all going down where? What's the name of the place? Ukulele Club on Yuki Club on Franklin. And so it's going down there. 3 soccer fields full of arts and entertainment and weird oddities that you will not see anywhere else. We're going to be there handing out some stickers, so drop by our booth, pick up some free stickers. But for now, just enjoy this interview. It's a pretty rad one. I'm proud of it. Enjoy. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. All right, man.
Hello.
It looks like we're on. Everything is good. Hit that mic for me one more time. Do a little check.
Check. 1, 2.
Looks like we're hitting it, man. All right. So I'm kind of fucking walking into this one blind, just a little bit. Oh, dude, it's okay. I'm really good at this. So that's unique. But I know of you all. I know of Tweed. Because I interviewed a band that was on SENSORiUM last year, and they were super stoked about it. I don't know why the name is escaping me right now, but
Solar Circuit, maybe?
Solar Circuit's the one. You nailed it.
I know I'm good at these podcasts.
You are, man. You're an ace at it. And I remember doing that interview in their living room or whatever, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, if you can interview Tweed, you basically made it, dude." And I'm like, "All right, man, that's awesome."
I love those guys.
Yeah, dude. So they were really happy to be a part of that festival. So what we're gonna do is start off. Let's start off with your name, instrument, what band you play in. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, my name is Joe Vela.
You're gonna have to hold that super close.
My name is Joe Vela. I'm the drummer for Tweed.
All right, awesome. And how long have you been? Are you one of the founders of the band, or?
Yeah, so John, AJ, and I founded the band at University of Delaware in 2010, and we had another bass player, and then Dan joined us in like June 2012.
Wow.
So we've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that when I did a nice little YouTube search of you. You guys have like 55,000 views on some. On
this like old video is like kind of, it's like not bad, but it's haunting us because it's like the first thing that comes up, and it's like from the Blockley. I don't know if you remember the Blockley in West Philly. That was the spot.
Okay.
That was the spot, and it's from there, and it's with our old bass player, and it's like got one song that like isn't even a song. Like it's got some weird stuff in there, but it like wasn't bad. It was just, that's the video everyone shares somehow because it just comes up when you search us.
Yeah, I mean,
weird.
You have, but it's not like, come on, let's not be modest about it. Oh yeah, this one video. You guys have several music videos out.
We have
unless it's a different Tweed band that I looked at.
We don't have any music videos per se. We have one actually debuting on September 10th. That's like an official music video.
Oh fuck yeah! Tell me about that.
But yeah, we shot that in right here in Fishtown, and it's like El Sucio Grande. The single actually came out today.
El Sucio Grande,
the Big Dirty.
Fuck yeah! I'm Latino. I know exactly what the Studio Grande
Big
is.
Dirty. You know where this is going? So the whole premise was kind of like this, you know, the cash out heist, the Big Dirty. And that was kind of the premise for the song, the inspiration for the song, and the inspiration for the video. And AJ and John were like the scumbag criminals, and Dan and I were the Philly Miami Vice style cops, and we chased them around, and we were eating donuts, and kind of all comes together really cool at the end.
Chasing?
There's a chase scene, yeah.
On foot or on in vehicles?
Both.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
How'd you guys do that?
It just lined up really good. We had a chase scene and like.
Did you use York?
No, we did Frankfurt.
Okay, we did fucking Frankfurt, dude.
We did a fake robbery of Four Sons Pizza.
No, they let you do that.
No
No way.
Yeah, and we were doing some sketchy shit because we had these plastic guns, and I spray painted them black. Which is like that's really illegal, and like if someone could have thought we were really robbing the place, but they were in on it.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
oh,
it was
man.
really fun. It was really cool. It was a sweaty day. We had some fake mustaches, and like some scenes I'm wearing the mustache, some scenes I'm not. and then we shot band scenes at Silk City, which is like, you know, one of my second homes. I throw shows there.
Is that a studio? Is it a
Silk City is like the diner on 5th and Spring Garden.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the old school diner vibe, and they do Sundays through Wednesdays they do bands, and I bring in 2 or 3 touring bands a month when I'm not doing other things.
That's wild, dude.
Squeeze that in, yeah.
So let's talk about this shoot a little bit more. How long did it take you to film that whole video?
It was probably like an 8 to 10 hour day. We did it with Kevin Shields, who's one of my best friends from college. He's also the front man for the hip-hop duo Little Stranger.
Cool.
They're based out of South Carolina, but they're 2 Philly guys, John Shields and Kevin Shields, brothers from another mother, no relation. And
are they going to be playing the festival?
What's that?
Are they going to be playing the festival?
I wish. I invited them. It just didn't really work out in their routing. But yeah, they do all over the country. They're doing some really cool stuff. And Kevin is went to school for communications, so he has like this film background, loves doing it, great at it. And we've like, you know, done fun stuff with him over the years. So we worked with him, and then we worked with another friend, my friend Nick Pizer, another really talented local film director, and he's won like a couple awards recently. He's a young dude. He's like a couple years out of college, and he's another friend from Delaware.
Fucking Delaware.
Yeah, that's where we went to school.
So he just came out for the day, like drove out here? You flew him out here? I mean,
I think we kind of coordinated it with, we knew he was going to be in town for the week, you know? Yeah.
What kind of cameras were you guys using for that?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, no idea.
I know that we did get some like B-roll footage on like old school like VHS tape kind.
No shit.
We actually opened up the video with a VHS shot, and then we close it with a VHS shot. But besides that, I don't know if we used anything. It was a cool idea, though. You know,
you guys are definitely trying to go for that old '80s vibe,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, like get the coloring right. Like, I think that's you know. It's videos are becoming the way that we communicate. It's
for sure.
And you know, having a music video, I think is going to be big for us, because you know that's just how people digest information, and getting the coloring right, getting the scene right, getting the story right. It was a big project that you know, me and Kevin mostly wrote the script for it, but you know, everyone was a part of, you know, creating the costumes and the story and bringing it together. And I think it came out really cool. How
much time do you think went into that music video? I mean, script writing, getting the costumes together, doing all of that, like
couple days of stuff. I mean, if you ask me how long it took that song to come together that we just released today, oh my God. I feel like we spent an album's worth of time on that single.
Really?
Yeah, so I hope everyone listens to that. I hope people like it.
That's gnarly, dude. That's so do you guys do a lot of touring out of the country, or I mean touring across the country rather?
Yeah, well, you say out of the country. We actually did our first international show recently in Canada.
No shit.
In Canada.
Congratulations.
And it was awesome. We actually headlined this like city event It was, you know, a lot of Canadian bands. We somehow got hooked up with them.
Of course.
And it was like 750 people. A lot of people knew us from this radio show, Endless Boundaries. That's like, it's like a jam podcast. It's like mostly just like plays music, but it's awesome. The guy who runs it, Jay Bird, is awesome. And they, so a lot of people knew us. I was surprised, and because it was like, you know, it's like pretty 3 hours through the border. And yeah, we had a great set. We had a great time. Canadians know how to party. I think we left at like 6 or 7 a.m. Sun was out. And like, we were all like, yeah, if we turn around and walk back in right now, like everyone would be like, yeah, like the party was going, you know?
Oh man. Fucking Canucks, dude. That's pretty an American thing to do, though, to go to Canada and headline a Canadian festival.
Totally. That's our biggest export, music, right?
Dude, it's got to be huge, man, for sure. Entertainment has to be a huge export of the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about the videos. The other person that does a lot of really great videos and is on the festival is Minka. Dick Rubin does a lot of like interesting.
I love those guys.
Fucking A, man. A lot of interesting videos. He was just on recently. But he's another one that like Ari, yeah.
Dick, yeah.
But Dick.
Yeah.
Dick Rubin.
He's an amazing frontman, great singer. Their vibe is just so cool. I mean, I think they would probably agree. It's like the David Byrne meets David Bowie, you know, Talking Heads meets David Bowie.
And he's a fucking trip, dude. And he's got an interesting fucking story. Like,
I don't know if I know it.
Oh, man.
I'll have to listen to the episode.
I definitely, what sucks, okay, you can listen to the episode. What sucks, though, is that, and that part is interesting, but what sucks, though, is that for me, the interview didn't get really good until the second scotch and after the mics were off. And then he started spewing out all this shit, and I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't you say that during the interview? Like, this is gold, you know?
Juice.
But I'm 100%, I would love to have Ari on as a regular just because he's just a fun fucking dude, too.
I know. You know, I was trying to get one of my guys to join me today, but I don't know. It didn't work out. I don't know.
Nah, things happen, bro.
Banter. Just get me today.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about and touch on, and I keep talking about this festival, SENSORiUM. You know, this is not the first year.
No, this is our second year, but we've actually increased the budget 5 times. I think we had 11 or 12 acts last year. We have 23 this year.
Shit.
It's a new property. It's I mean, we're going big with the art, we're going big with the music, and you know, hopefully, you know, everybody in Philadelphia turns up and it's a blast, you know.
You said you're expecting 1,000?
Hopefully more.
Yeah.
You know, I've never thrown an event that big, but at the beginning, you know, I think it was, you know, maybe in early spring, I sat down with Justin, my manager, and a couple of the other people who threw the event with me last year, and I said, guys, this new venue that we're going to be throwing it at has a 3,000 capacity. Let's go big. How do we get to 3,000? So I think that's been kind of, you know, a theme of at least the last few years of my life is think big. And that's something that I think my dad taught me a very long time ago that, you know, I'll always, you know, take with me is think big, and, you know.
I'm definitely going to touch on that subject. So tell me, what did your dad do?
My dad's a financial planner.
Okay.
Yeah. Self-employed. Hard worker. Yeah.
And you, what's your day job, or if you don't mind sharing that?
This is it.
No shit.
If you would have done some research, you would also know that I have a sex toy company.
Okay, fuck yeah, let's talk about that.
Of course. I figured that would come out eventually.
Well, fucking drop. I mean, you're dropping the D-bomb. Tell me more. Like,
it's called Emoji Baiter.
Okay.
We make emoji-inspired sex toys.
All right.
And I launched that about 2 years ago, July 2016, and I got the stock in of these eggplant vibrators. I had a warehouse in Philadelphia. I go there to just make sure the stock is in, whatever. As I'm there, I get a call from Cosmopolitan magazine. And they're like, hey, like, we're doing a story about your vibrators. Like, I was like, all right, like, awesome.
I just got him in.
I reached out to them on Twitter, and they didn't seem interested. But then somehow I got a call from someone, and they're like, oh, I'm like, when is this story going live? You know, like, she did a little interview, and she's like, oh yeah, in like 2 hours. I was like, oh, I have to go home and turn the website on, and like we sold out in a month of 1,000 of them. And I was invited to EmojiCon conference, the first one in San Francisco. I think last year they did in New York. I spoke about sex and emojis and sexting and the future of sex tech. When I was completely new to the industry at that point, and so I kind of bullshitted my way through it. And then in October last year, I went to Berlin and Amsterdam and did some stuff there. I did a conference there. And, you know, it's taken me all over the world. We just got into Urban Outfitters. So it's really been like a wild journey, part luck, part, you know, ambition that got me here.
Yeah, I mean, what greater ambition is there than to make dicks for a living? But
sex, drugs, rock and roll.
So you're gonna have to back up. That's too such a fucking that you sum that up in like 5 sentences, and it feels like it's got to be a lot longer than 5 sentences here. What the hell got you into that? Like, at what point? And like, how do you can't just tell me, oh yeah, well, you know, I just ordered some stocks, sent out a tweet, and Van, you know, and then like. Then I start giving talks about sex and emojis. Fuck no, you've got to have a background somewhere.
So before that, I was working at a digital marketing company called Curelate.
Okay.
They're pretty big in the tech scene in Philadelphia. I was like their 30th employee. They're probably like well over 200 now.
Okay.
And I left that job on good terms, but I left to pursue music full time.
Okay.
And that was January 2016.
So were you, when you're talking about this, I picture you in the office just drawing dicks all day long.
No, not at all, actually. I left to pursue music.
Okay.
And I didn't even have an inkling of that. There was no backup plan. I'm going on tour. I think January we did 20 shows. February we did 30 shows. March we were on the road for 30 days. We went down to Florida, broke our car down, ended up in New Orleans, then ended up in Texas and came back.
Can I vape in here?
What's that?
Can I vape in here?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And so I was on tour, and by the time I got back in April or May, after we had crushed maybe 60 or 70 shows in the first quarter of 2016, I looked at my bank account, and I probably went through like half of my savings. You know, maybe it was like 12 grand. So I had $6 grand left, and I was like, I want to start an online business. I want to do something that I can drop ship. And I was just writing down ideas every night, like, you know, all different stuff. And one night I'm video chatting with my ex-girlfriend. I'm just rifling off all these ideas. You know, she's like a creative person. It's my ex-girlfriend from high school, actually. And we're just, just friends talking. I'm rifling all this stuff. What about this? What about this? What about eggplant emoji vibrator? What about... And she's like, you just say eggplant vibrator? Like, that's the one. You got to do it. And I was like, I'm kidding. Like, but she was like, no, like, buy the domain right now, emoji baiter. So I did. And over that summer, I worked on it and it came to fruition.
So you
got a manufacturer in China.
Okay.
Designed a lot of the stuff. Got the inventory. Found a reputable warehouse in Philadelphia. Now I actually ship out of California.
Is it all? Is it service? And your dad, Mr. Financial Planner, how did he take this new endeavor? It's 100% cool.
I think the whole time my family has been supportive. At first, they could have thought it was silly, but hey, go for it. And, everyone's supportive of it. Yeah.
So how many have you sold to date?
Over 10,000 for sure.
Shut the fuck up. How much do they roll for?
$30, 29. So I actually do a lot of wholesale too. So we're in some of the biggest stores in the country, Babeland, Good Vibes. Like I was saying, we just got into Urban Outfitters.
You just got into Urban? They're selling
I think
vibrators in Urban Outfitters?
I think it's online only. But they just accepted me. They said, "Hey, we're obsessed with these." So I was like, "Oh, Philly brand with another Philly brand."
Oh, dude.
So that's cool. We're on GoPuff.
Okay.
We're on GoPuff, the late night
What,
delivery
dude?
service. Yeah.
I interviewed Dominic Stone, who works at GoPuff.
I need to call him.
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah.
need to call him. I want them to do a SENSORiUM promo of some sorts.
Yeah. Dominic's a rad dude, man. I mean,
Cool.
he really gets shit going on.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'd love to sit down with him and
Do you know of him or
a little bit?
I'll try to connect you guys after if you're not
Yeah.
already connected.
That'd be great.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's some interesting shit right there, my friend. And so you've just been making a living doing that? Like,
yeah, I mean that funds my music career. I mean, with the band, there are a lot of expenses, but like even outside of paying a manager and agent, there's the van, there's gas, there's marketing, there's whatever we need to make happen. Studio time, it takes a huge toll on our profits. So.
wow, man, that is. And so you talked about doing this insane tour. Do the rest of your bandmates work at all, or?
I mean, I wasn't even working. I didn't even have this business at that time.
I understand that.
Yeah,
like you were done at that point.
Yeah.
You were going both feet in. But what
Yeah.
about the rest of your band? How did they take 2 months off or what?
Everyone at the same time. It was a group decision. We're going in. This is the leap of faith.
What?
Yeah, it was a group decision, and AJ was an engineer. He left his job. John worked at Terrain in like Gun Mills, and he was still doing that part time. And Dan's always done different odd jobs and kind of kept that and we went 2 feet in with it.
What the hell, dude?
I was 26 years old, and we had an opportunity, and I said, this might be the only chance. In 2 years from now, it might be too late. Let's do this while we're young.
Wow, man. And so, I don't know, financially or whatever, is that paying off, or is it?
I wouldn't say yet, but SENSORiUM is one of those things that hopefully is a bigger project that eventually becomes another revenue stream for Tweed. Because you think about music is you have touring, you have merch, and you probably get like, if you're lucky, $50 a quarter from royalties of digital distribution. And that's really all the revenue streams. So when you're not on the road, you're not making any money. So SENSORiUM is one revenue stream that we're trying to get going, and eventually, we'll be making more money with shows. That's the idea. Make our name a marquee name.
Got it. So, wow, man, that's intense. So, you guys, you have a writer now, or?
A writer, yeah. Oh, yeah. We've had a writer for a while. Me being like a business person, and being on the side where I book bands when I receive writers, so I see what they are. So
right.
we have some funny stuff.
Tell me what.
So basic stuff: craft beer, water, towels, an eighth of the local weed we asked for. Vegetarian, vegan friendly snacks. John's a vegan. And it's good to just have healthy snacks on the road. With some of the weird stuff. Orbit Bubble Mint Gum. That's for me. That's like a weird thing that I just put in there. The whiskey we prefer is Bullet Rye. I heard there was something weird with that company, though, where they like fired one of their employees, one of their like top employees, the heiress or something. Don't quote me on this. I mean, I guess I'm gonna be quoted on it, but they fired the heiress of Bullet because she was gay.
What?
Yeah. So a lot of people, I think Johnny Brenda stopped carrying them, and I think a couple people have because of that story. And we're gonna change it in our rider for it to be Jameson.
Okay.
Which is equally good. And the funniest one we asked for is 8 pairs of fresh white socks.
What the fuck?
We've gotten them a couple times.
Oh man, geez, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like bigger bands don't even ask for that silly stuff, but you gotta be silly. I want people to look at it and be like, hell no. Sometimes
I don't know, dude. I've done some promotions in the past, and I've got to be honest that's not a crazy rider. Like I
Yeah.
feel like
At the level we're at, maybe, but I think I saw Fishbone. You know Fishbone?
yeah, of course.
Oh my God,
I've interviewed him.
their rider was so like they wanted like a half gallon of skim milk. Like what the heck? All these things like they got enough food for a week on their rider. Like they wanted a full grocery shop.
Dude, it would be funny to get a full gallon and just dump half out and put it there. You know, you met the requirement. You know,
yeah. They didn't say fresh milk.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. So I want to get deep into this festival, man. I'm gonna be there, and I'm stoked about that. I have my own goals there. Like I would love to bump up our mailing list, and kind of I feel that doing that might be able to pump up some numbers. So I'm excited about that. But I'm going to it, and I have no idea even what the fuck to expect.
Tell me who you want to interview.
I want to interview everybody, bro.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to interview as many bands as I possibly can, or a representative from each band. And they might be short interviews, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, because people are going to be, I don't have much, just some stickers and stuff. But I would love to. Who do you think I should interview? That's a better question.
I was really disappointed that I was saying Justin Berger, my manager. I think he would be someone great to talk to.
We'll do it.
He's been in the Philly music.
If he's not
industry.
busy that day,
he's been in the Philly music industry for a while. Super connected, and I think he has some interesting things to say. I think he'd be an interesting guest. I'm really curious to meet Flamingosis. I'm a big fan of his. The Sun Squabby guys are super chill, super cool. We just hung out with them at Kaimon Camp Out. Wax Future Keith always has some good stuff to say.
What about some of the artists? You guys are going to have some art there, right?
Yeah, Steve Shorts is doing a mural on the Yuki Club. I think he would be someone great to talk to. He's like one of our like prominent artists there.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So, all right. Describe to me last year. There's a video out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked everybody to post that. We posted that up there.
Thanks.
Who did that video, by the way? Because that was excellent
the
quality.
Video.
Yeah.
That was Goose Media, Robbie Goss. He's awesome. I love the way that came out.
Yeah, it came out rad.
Yeah.
So you get a little taste of it, right? But what was your experience on your end?
Let's see. The artist didn't eat the food that I got them.
Was it not vegan enough?
I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm not really worrying about that too much this year. No. I honestly I had no choice but to do it again because everyone had like the best day. People told me it was the best day of summer, and which is amazing. I whipped together some music and all my friends, and I got the community involved, and obviously One Art is a really special place. So it's unfortunate that we are not doing it there this year, but I think the Yuki Club is going to be better location wise, bigger, and we're making it ours. We're bringing in a lot of our art and installations like that. We have Bangarang is doing decor, and they have a really cool warehouse I just got to check out. So we have some cool pieces like eyeballs and squid arms. They're doing 3 lounges, a jungle lounge, an outer space lounge, and an underwater lounge.
Hold up, dude. How are they going to set all this up and tear it down that same day?
We're working. Put them to work.
So
get it closed late.
Okay, so
yeah.
They're not going to have time to pre-install the night before or do anything like that?
No, we're going to get some things delivered the day before, and we're going to be building some stuff. We got some cool installations that my team is building, but Bangarang, we're going to load up their truck Friday to drop off the truck, unload it Saturday at 9 a.m. or whatever, and they're going to build it with their team of 10 people or whatever.
Shit.
Yeah.
What are some of the installations you're looking forward to most this year?
The House of Mirrors that John is building. John and my band is building a House of Mirrors.
Fucking mirrors, bro. You guys are going to travel with mirrors.
They're actually made of Mylar.
Okay.
So I got like a little preview of it today from him. He's building.
Let's see what you got
Looks
here.
pretty good, right? and he's gonna actually hopefully fashion this.
What?
Yeah, so it works pretty good. And that's just stretched across this wood like this, and he's gonna set it into panels so that we can maybe travel with it on the road and put it behind us. And when you shine light on it, it'll look like different. It'll look all different.
Got you.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, this is an intense amount of work. For you guys can't see it, but what
DIY. You gotta be, because for us, for Tweed, it's like, you know, being an independent band. You know, I said we're with management, we're with an independent agent, both independent, and now we're doing this label on Creep Records, also local.
Creep Records, yeah.
But you know, we like to have creative control. We like to, you know, build things ourselves. We like to, you know, work really closely with the artists who do every poster and the photographers and the video. Like I said, we wrote that and directed that. So we, you know, I think that's a big part of being in a band these days that not a lot of people appreciate is it's not just the music, it's the show, it's the art, it's the pictures, it's, you know, it's all of that. It's the merch.
It reminds me of another great band that I've interviewed, but Guar. Guar is a great example of that.
I don't know. I know of them, obviously. I know that they're crazy costumes, and do they like split blood in the crowd? And
blood in the crowd.
Yeah.
But they also come up with their own costumes, their own props.
Super involved musicians.
100% art school students, from what I understand or recollect. And when you interview them, you're not interviewing Brian, the frontman of Guar. You're interviewing fucking Guar. You know what I mean? They're in character that whole time. So you're talking to a dude who's like from outer space. You know what I mean? So. It's pretty out there, but they handle everything, man. They make their own props, they make their own costumes. They I don't know if they make their own blood still, but I mean, I'm sure you could just buy some from China really quick. But,
I heard that ICP has in their rider that you have to buy a certain amount of Fago, and you have to use their janitorial services and all this stuff. And I don't know if you know that they're a part owner of Fago, or maybe they own it outright now. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of a conflict of interest. But
I heard somewhere along the line that Fago distances themselves from them. So I don't know.
We're gonna look this up later.
Yeah, I'm curious, but I think that they distance themselves from them, not saying that they didn't like kind of. Especially like without those poor dudes, man. Fucking bunch of clowns getting.
I know it's a weird scene.
Getting reaped up for gang affiliation and all this shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's kind of whack, right?
Yeah,
like, I mean,
weird.
I'm not a huge fan. I can't name one ICP album. I mean, I know who they are.
I can name a song. Spin the Bottle.
Okay, I had an album.
Spin the bottle, baby, give it to me. And then a bunch of dirty lyrics.
Yeah, a whole bunch of filthy lyrics.
Look that up.
But so you said you have 23 bands on there this time. What is the set like? I mean, how long does each band have to perform?
About an hour. So we have DJs doing the indoor stage, and that's going to be continuous flow. And then we have a main stage and a B stage. Actually, I'll drop the names. I kind of decided this week. The main stage is the Milky Way.
Okay.
The
sponsored by.
Yeah, exactly. Sponsored by Snickers. The second stage is Andromeda.
Okay.
The indoor stage is the Black Hole. We're actually Dan Kislev. That's actually another person you should talk to.
Okay.
Dan Kislev, awesome artist and great like visionary, and he is doing a blacklight like installation with a couple his blacklight reactive pieces in the indoor stage, the Black Hole. And then the art gallery is going to be the Cosmos.
All right, so this venue must be huge, man, or it's small,
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
like 3 soccer fields.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been here, so I don't know. So
huge.
just so you know, I'm like this is my 3.5 year here in Philly.
Okay.
So I'm still, believe it or not, learning the place and the layout.
You're from Texas?
Yeah,
I saw your caller ID.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Originally from El Paso, Texas. It's a border town right next to Mexico.
Oh.
You know the New Jersey Bridge, like the bridge from my city to Mexico is even
Wow.
shorter than that. You walk.
Wow.
You can walk across.
I've never been. I've been to Austin, Texas. I've been to Houston.
Austin is rad.
Yeah.
Houston
Tacos.
got a lot of family on there. I'm not a fan of Houston. Everything is fucking gray there. Like I've never been a
Gray?
fan of gray.
Yeah.
Gray buildings, gray streets, gray
Yeah.
like just everything is fucking gray. And
That's
it was
not Austin.
it's not Austin, bro. 6th Street on Austin is rad. All of Austin is rad.
I was there for South by Southwest this year, just doing my thing and
Performing or just checking it out?
No. I was trying to get like a DJ performance or something.
Do you do that as well?
Yeah, Bad Leather.
Bad Leather.
That's kind of the merge of the sex toy industry and the music
Okay.
industry. It's like disco music. I have some stuff that's like, I have some like but it's like disco music, and it's been taking off. It's been getting great feedback, great.
Will you be performing a set?
Yeah.
Okay, you will. You'll
I'm doing a set there
in the indoor.
in the indoor in the Black Hole. I'm doing a set at Satellite Ranch in German, PA also.
Where are the vendors going to be?
Vendors will be like aligning the fence around
Outside.
So yeah,
Okay, great.
outside in the main field.
Okay.
And food vendors maybe a little closer to the building.
Okay. So all right. And how far are the vendors from like the stages and stuff like that?
I mean, right there, it has a really nice flow. It's like an L shape. The main stage on one tip of the L, and the other stage on the other tip of the L.
Okay.
And then kind of the building is kind of wrapped within it. If you could picture that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the building is inside that L.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing historic building too, by the way.
Tell me.
I don't know if you've ever been there. It's so the space that we're using is like their hall where they have weddings and graduation parties, and we're gonna transform that into our little club. But within it, there's this like theater that someone should help them renovate. Someone should donate $1 million, and they could throw some awesome shows there. Like this beautiful theater that was like, they have pictures from the 1920s of it filled up. And this place has been going strong like since then. I think they had a lull at one point, but they're coming back right now. Great people to work with. They're very good to work with us right now, and we've had a good experience. And the bartender there told me that it might have been a stop on the Underground Railroad during slavery.
Right.
So yeah.
Do they have any documentation to like back that, or like where
I
are they
doubt
getting that from?
It was from the bartender.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised. It's that kind of spot that's been a spot for immigrants for the last over 100 years.
Did
It's
not
been
know
there.
that.
It's the oldest Ukrainian club in the country. I think 1901 or something.
No
like
shit.
that. Don't quote me on the date, but
Wow.
we'll figure it out when we're there.
Well, that's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Do a little scavenger hunt.
It's a crazy building. You wouldn't know all the crazy rooms inside the theater. The theater is cool, and they have a members bar that's like, if you're a member, it's kind of the old. It's like the Yuki immigrants, and a little bit of an older crowd that drinks at the members bar.
So how did you stumble across this spot? Are you Ukrainian yourself, or?
Actually, I recently learned that I might be on my dad's mom's side. But I identify as American. I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish, Eastern European, a little bit Italian, and I stumbled upon it. One of my partners, Mickey and Roger, who just opened up the Music Ward in West Philly, a new venue.
Okay.
They just pointed it to my direction. We did a site tour, and we got the ball rolling from there.
And the dudes were open to it. You're like, hey, I want to have this crazy hippie festival. A whole bunch of people like.
Yeah. The Yuki Club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, they want to make it a space. They want to make it a community space. They want to do events. They want to, bring in revenue so that they can improve the room and eventually renovate that theater maybe and just do bigger and things. Right now, I think their main income is the soccer. They have like a soccer league.
Huh.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they want to do a big events. They want to be part of the community, and with SENSORiUM, that's the same thing we want to do. Be part of the Philly community and be a staple.
How many 3 fucking soccer fields? How many vendors are there?
About 20,
Okay.
give or take. We'll
All
probably
right.
push in a little bit more than that, but 20. We have like 3 or 4 food vendors. We got the guy who does like the balls. I forget exactly the name. The guy who does the balls, those are awesome.
Now, if we buy one of your emoji baiters, do you get 2 free balls?
We can work on deals like that. They are going to be sold. They are going to be sold.
Are they really?
I do have a merch person there for that. And
Right.
I sold a ton of them last year, actually, because it's different. You don't see
Right.
that.
Right.
And I think merging both of those is a really cool idea. So,
Yeah, man. So, what other vendors can people expect there?
let's see. We have Grateful Dead. We have some. I forget all the names of them, but I like know what they are.
Yeah,
Like,
just
Siren Jewelry. We have Jewels of Eli, who's going to be running my official merch table. We've got some like wraps and pins. And when I say wraps, it's like those heady wire wraps.
Okay.
We got somebody doing glass, I'm sure. We got some vintage clothing. Yeah, all different arts and crafts stuff.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. I was really looking for a lot of like unique vendors, especially towards the end. So I have some girl who does like really like this alien type of artwork stuff. That was cool, like, you know, cool like pants for girls and different jewelry, and I thought that was a good one. Yeah, I have to look at the list to pull the name up. I have like a vending coordinator and all that, someone who's really pulling in those, but I definitely pushed a few like awesome ones on to her, but it's going to be cool different stuff that's local.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, man, that's gonna be wild. 23 bands. It starts, doors open at 12:30.
Yeah, 12 p.m. So yeah, pretty much just every hour, boom, 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 back and forth from stage to stage.
So you're gonna have a
Indoor
stage
going all day.
on one side of the L, another stage on the other side of the L, and you're gonna have you're also going to have the disco, the DJs
stage,
going
yeah.
on inside.
I'm probably the only disco DJ, but
All
yeah,
right,
it's gonna be like it's gonna be disco, it's gonna be bass music. That's where we're doing the after party too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's the other thing I was going to talk about. There is an after party after this,
Yeah.
and I was like, I didn't realize that it was at the same location. I thought it was going to be a different one.
So at 8 p.m. we're gonna change over that room and then reopen it at 10, and it'll be Zebler and Conti Experience, Essex, Chi, and Moniker. Zebler and Moniker are on tour right now. Zebler is, if you don't know,
Moniker's coming?
yeah, Moniker. Do you know them?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
DJ duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, they're from. You might know them. Are they from the South? Is that how you know them?
No, I just
I think they're from the South.
back when I did interviews for the local rag, and I would interview everybody that would come through. But Moniker I never interviewed them,
Okay.
but it's a name I'm 100% familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. So that you're
so they're kicking
booking
off the after party.
Wow, and so but
Yeah, we got these are all world musicians. You know, a lot of these bands have played all over the world. It's really unique to have this much talent crammed in on a full day of music.
Wow,
in Philadelphia,
dude.
I think.
Wow, dude. And just so people know, it's a separate charge, right? It's like $10 or something like that for the after party.
20.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty serious lineup, and it's only 400 capacity. So.
Wow. So has that already sold out?
We're like halfway.
Okay, so
halfway.
I guess you're gonna push during the event. Hey, get your
Yeah.
tickets now.
Oh, yeah,
There's only
I
200
mean-
left. It's fucking
look,
Bitcoin here.
We're halfway today. There's a week to the festival. Most people buy tickets 2 days before.
Of course.
Like that's the reality of it.
Right. It is.
And we did, despite all of the discounts they can get, still they wait for the last minute. Weather's looking good. So knock on wood. Actually, I don't know if you know, Curveball the Fish Festival was canceled like a couple hours ago.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff canceled due to the
Wait.
crazy weather.
Oh yeah.
That's in upstate New York. And Anyway, so yeah, Zebler and Conti Experience. They're like a full like their new album is awesome. They have like this full like they have a VJ or maybe two VJs. I'm not sure. They have this like the Ziggurat, which is like their stage design, and they project onto it, and that's like a whole special experience. Essex has a really good pole in Philly. He's great from New York, and Chi is from South Africa. So I'm really excited. That's a really unique one. The last show he did in Philly was sold out at the Boom Room, which is 75 cap, but still it was sold out, and I think that's gonna be really the whole thing is gonna be really cool.
Wow, dude, this is gonna be definitely be a rad event. What is crazy is that you also have the Philadelphia Music Festival going on that same day, that weekend. I don't know if you knew that.
Is that XPN?
DVN DVT Entertainment. It takes place in Manayunk.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I'm just blinders on.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Do that. Keep doing that.
Besides that, I don't think there's much else competing with it, and our location in Northern Liberties ish 7th and Poplar is prime.
Right.
I mean, we're gonna get a lot of walk up. I think
for sure.
Get people in the neighborhood who are like, "What the heck is going on with all these colors and music?" And
yeah, what have you done for advertising? I'm just curious. Aside from the
Facebook and Instagram ads, we've done a lot of.
Are they effective? You feel they're effective?
Yeah, I think I think they're more effective than handbills and posters. I don't know. One is because they're so targeted. You can create custom audiences. I can create custom audience based on.
Do you like psychedelics? Oh,
yeah. I mean, beyond that, you can do custom audience based on people who like Tweed, people who look like people who like Tweed, people who like flamingosis, people who have gone to flamingosis, people who you can get that specific with the Facebook data, and they kind of obviously it's a product, and they want you to spend money on their ad platform, but you're reaching people so targeted, you're reaching them in their pocket where they can actually make a purchase decision. So yeah, if you can't tell, I worked in digital marketing.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you're definitely selling it. I guess I'm always like,
Instagram is what every freaking kid is on. Like, even I'm moving more to Instagram these days over Facebook.
Right.
So I mean, it's screen time, and that you're competing with every other brand and every other person for it. But I think we're reaching a lot of people, getting the word out that way. We have gone through freaking 4,000 handbills of just our street team promoting in the region.
Do you have any of those still? I want some.
Yeah, I got a stack for you.
All right, cool.
And so we've done that. We've done a ton of press outreach. We have email blasts with partners, with our own Tweed email list, with some of our sponsors. Reanimator Coffee, for example, is going to do an email for us, which is awesome. We had some great press go out with the new Tweed song today with Live for Live Music, which is national. And we also had an awesome article in the Aquarian Weekly, which is a New Jersey music paper, which was like really nice spread. There was I sent them pictures from Beard Fest that we played.
All right.
And there's like a picture. There's like the picture of us. Then there's like the crowd shot, and then like snuck in there is like a picture of John eating hummus and a picture of AJ with a can of beer. So it's you get a vibe for Tweed.
Right. Absolutely.
Hummus and beer.
Awesome, man. Dude, did I miss anything? Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I think talked about listening to that new Tweed track. We talked about coming out August 25th is the date. I don't even know if we said that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm
25th.
definitely gonna I'm gonna make sure I do that in the intro. But yeah. August 25th is the day. It ends at what time?
Outdoor ends at 10 p.m. and then indoor goes from 10 to 2.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, man? Anything else that you want to promote? Say.
Nah, I'm so excited. Like, it's amazing. Like, there's a great buzz happening right now, and my whole team. Thank you so much. My staff has been amazing. I have 10 to 15 people that we've been coming here for meetings, and everyone's killing it. I'll work with all these people again, and I'm really proud of everyone. Oh my God, we have a really cool video coming out. I just forgot. We have a really hilarious video that we did one with Agent Zero where he does like MTV Crib style, welcome to my crib, and does a tour of the club. So,
Awesome.
So hopefully that'll be out tomorrow or Monday. And
Okay.
and there's another one that me and John shot where it's like infomercial style, like just so silly, like act now, like ticket, you know. Just like funny stuff, and
that'll
Nick
play well.
Pizer, who I mentioned before, filmed and edited that, and we worked on the script together.
That'll play well with that buy now format that you were just talking about.
Yeah,
As well. That'll work.
Click this link,
Right,
whatever. So we're still working on the kinks on that one. Just that was just a fun project, and Tweed likes to be silly.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We have a song called "Best Thing on the Menu." I don't know if you checked it out. It's a story about AJ was at a restaurant and someone ordered he said, "What's the best thing on the menu?" And the waitress like, "Oh, you gotta have the brujol, like that's the special." He didn't like it. He sent it back, and the waiter comes out and he's like, "You didn't like the brujol? It's the best thing on the menu. What do you mean? It's my grandmother's recipe." And we have a song that's like one of our fan favorite songs, just because it's so ridiculous, and people are like, they don't even know what you're saying because you're just like, "You didn't like the brujol?" Like.
What are you looking for most to about this festival on August 25th that you can get tickets for now?
Yeah. For me, it's about the music. For me, it could be an empty field, and it's about the music. I picked every band, every act on this lineup. I put so much thought into it, and it's awesome. Like, that's, for me, like, it doesn't matter the music. But seeing all this cool art and stuff come to life is going to be really, 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 really cool, and I think that's what will keep people coming back for more, because it's just going to be an experience like no other.
You think this is going to end up being like a large annual festival? Do you see this growing?
The second one, I hope so. We got to see how this one goes. Like I said, I'm blinders. I'm just trying to make it happen. Hopefully,
nervous at all?
Everyone's out there. Stressed more so, anxious. I wouldn't say nervous. But yeah, I mean, I obviously I want everything to go perfect. I know it's not, but you set yourself up to as good as it can be.
Well, dude, I'm gonna have a fucking blast. Like, yeah. I'm excited about it, man.
Too. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. That's one thing. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna wear yet.
Well, you'll figure it out, brother. Thank you so much, man, for inviting me into your home, allowing me to speak to you, telling me some personal details about your life. I'm looking forward to this event. I just, my gut tells me that this is going to be awesome. Everything's going to work out well. You're going to be a very busy dude that day. But it's going to be all worth it, man. And I wish you all the best success.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You bet, man.
Great chatting with you.